And again after half-time, the
kick from there. It won't be a score. Oh, Platten from mid-air has goal.
Healy takes the ball from the throw-in. Chance there for Howard. He can't mark the football. Striving hard now. Newport kicks for goal. It's there.
Touched, says Gary Ayres, but the goal umpire won't agree.
The forward side of centre wing. Chance now for Condon. Condon kicks it towards the centre half forward position, and Buckenara takes the mark. Buckenara now looks for Dunstall. Out in front. Good mark by Dunstall.
And kicked well to Jason Dunstall.
Dunstall's kick from centre half forward is okay.
And certainly not too much.
The Demons leading by 5 points. And Hawthorn through Whitman. Up towards half forward. Dersma out to Gary Lyon at the kick marked at centre field by Hawthorn's Greg Deere, who had slightly the better of his two Melbourne opponents in the ruck in the opening term. Tries for the spiral punt, didn't do too badly, although it is a new ball, knocked away by Hughes, and the umpire said there was some shepherding there, and it will be a free kick to be taken by Gary Lyon. Not a particularly good kick. Comes out to Lovett. He has the job of minding Buckenara, and Jenke takes the mark for Hawthorn. Tingay's tackle, partially effective, and that's a great mark taken by Tony Hall, only millimetres from the ground. Probably won't suit him today. His conditions. Jason Dunstall at the back, and Morrissey tries for one from mid-air, a la John Platten in the first quarter, but registers only one behind. So the difference 4 points. Danny Hughes goes to the outer side. Dwyer and Dippy Domenico. Over the top was Greg Deere. It comes to no, it was Collins, picked up by Pritchard. Pritchard's kick into the goal square. Dunstall can't mark. Runs into his teammate Morrissey, which didn't help their cause. Morrissey gets the hand pass out. Dunstall, snapshot, brilliant, and goals.
Brilliant snapshot. Well, great work there from James Morrissey. Actually ran into Dunstall in the contest initially. Dunstall having got front position on Danny Hughes, just continued to contest for the ball. And eventually, in doing so, got the ball out. Here we see him running into Jason Dunstall, but controlled that ball very well with the Melbourne defenders around him. Equally good play there by Jason Dunstall to snap his second goal.
So the Hawks hit the front in the early part of the second term. They lead by 2 points. Dunstall, 2 goals to his name. Deere gets the tap out again. Eye shoulder chance. Tries to flip it back. Now a chance for Newport. Kick over the shoulder. Did that cover the required distance? Yes. Deere's hand pass wide. Looking out there for Collins. Collins runs away from his opposition and kicks Hawthorn into their forward half. There's nearly a mark to O'Dwyer. Now a chance for Buckenara. His kick is smothered. The ball comes back to Greg Healy. He's pushed off the ball as he kicks. Whitman's hand pass, really to no one in particular. Morrissey can't kick it off the ground. It's a glue pot. Now a chance for the Melbourne player, Lyon.
He played kicking in danger, didn't he?
Well, I think...
Yes, against Michael Tucker it was, yes.
Yes, it definitely looked like it. And Lyon takes the free kick at half-back. He kicks it out towards the wing. O'Dwyer tries to tap it over the back. Eyeshold can't get the handball clear. Collins pulled off the ball. Platten's a chance. Always burrowing as John Platten. Now Tuck gets his kick away up towards the half-forward area. Gary Lyon under pressure. Kick off the ground, over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw-in about 65 metres, maybe a little more, maybe 70 metres from the Hawthorn goal. The Hawks, through Dunstall, hit the lead in the early part of this second quarter. Hall overruns it. Lyon in there for Melbourne, and the umpire will bounce just inside 50 metres. So the Hawks about a kick and a half away from their goal in atrocious conditions at Princes Park.
Yes, there should be another adjective, I think, a little stronger. Then again, I dare say the Merri Creek soil in the centre of the field is a little stronger.
There's Steins in fringe there, Peter, against Greg Deere.
There's O'Dwyer is going crook.
Again, Deere in the front position.
Jimmy Steins will be a bit crook on your Ross. He's about 80 metres away from that.
And Deere has the free kick. On a dry day, you'd give him a chance. Today, no hope at all of getting the distance. Curran. There's one player I wouldn't have thought would enjoy the conditions today. It's Peter Curran, but it was a strong mark.
Read it pretty well.
He complements Jason Dunstall and Gary Buckenara, Tony Hall very well on that forward line. In fact, Hawthorn regard him as probably one of their top marks alongside Jason Dunstall.
He's had trouble getting a permanent senior berth this year, though. Curran from 25 metres out. Oh, it's close, I don't know. We'll wait on the goal umpire. It's a goal.
It's a good kick from there, Peter, because of the conditions. It's so very heavy there. Players lose their footing very quickly. You only need to deviate an inch either side as you go to kick with that planted foot, and the ball can so easily skew off to the side. So a very good kick there from Peter Curran.
I think it's only his second or third senior game this year. He's had a lot of trouble, as I said, cementing a senior place in.
Gary Lyon, who started at half back on Tony Hall.
Yeah, moved Sean White down onto Tony Hall now, Ian. And a good move too, because Lyon gives him far more bite up there.
At half forward. Kick off the ground by Newport. Gathered by Jenke, ineffective. Stretch, couldn't break clear. Now the ball comes clear. O'Dwyer pushed off it. Chance for Eyechild. His left foot kick ineffective. Dipper looking for the mark. Called play on. Kick goes back into towards the centre. Gathered by Phoebe. Phoebe's short pass is perfect into the pocket, and the mark has been taken by Tingay.
He's been very busy, Phoebe, and that's a fine kick in these conditions.
He's their best player.
Not only to kick the distance, but to find young Stephen Tingay in that position.
Well, I've got the strong feeling that Stephen Phoebe hails from Tasmania, and these conditions would suit. Tingay's kick has been smothered. Beveridge can't break clear of the Platten tackle, and holding the ball against young Luke Beveridge.
That's a bit hard.
And Platten will take the free kick in the back pocket.
I think under these conditions they're being a little bit tough. However, the ball hustled up towards Hawthorn centre wing position. Morrissey trips as he socketed off the ground. Phoebe again kicks into double figures now off the hands of McGuinness. Lyon trying to burrow in and get the ball out of the pack. It comes to Spalding. He'll look for the hand pass too, picked up by Tingay again, and one behind. Excellent play by Langford.
Terrific play there.
4-3 to 3-2. The Hawks by only 7 points after Melbourne led at quarter time by 5. And that is a mark to Gary Lyon. On a dry day, Lyon, one of the better kicks in the Melbourne side, would get this. He'll be kicking from round about 50 metres.
Melbourne forwards must be in front of this situation. The ball's going to drop short. They can't be behind.
And it does drop short. O'Dwyer read it superbly. Newport's kick won't travel the required distance for a mark. That's socket off the ground, and that's a goal.
Greg Healy.
And for the second time today, Gary Ayres giving the goal umpire a mouthful because he reckons he touched it.
Yes, well, perhaps he may have, but how very difficult it is for those umpires there in that situation. Such a congestion of players. You'll see the ball going in the air, all Sporting knocking the ball over the back. A good contest there from Greg Healy to get that ball through very quickly. And here Gary Ayres is still remonstrating with the goal umpire.
So Greg Healy kicks his second, and Greg Deere stands his ground at the ruck contest in the centre. Chance now for Melbourne to come forward through Beveridge. Beveridge is kicked wide to half forward. Kick off the ground's on by Tingay. Goes about 15 metres wide. Oh, great dive there by Lyon, who certainly added a bit of flavour to the Melbourne forward line. Here's a free kick going to be picked out of this, is there? Central umpire coming in. It is, yes.
Scott McGuinness, very untidy tackle on Gary Lyon.
So Lyon would take the free kick about 65 metres from goal. Kicks it within the 50-metre line. Hawthorn defence under pressure. There's a free kick to the Hawthorn side. It'll be taken by Pritchard. He's about 45 metres from the Melbourne goal.
That's
and
50
what
metres.
happened there? Pritchard bounced. His kick falls short. No mark taken. Punch on by White. Gathered by Hall. A little high the tackle. Play on, says the umpire. Tuck's kick. Interception by Dersma. Good tackle there by Whitman. Platten kicks the ball towards the half-forward area. Good hand pass. Schwab. And it's intercepted by Lovett. Melbourne come clear. Rebound football. Hughes kick wide to Grinter. Tries a tap across the top. Dipia Domenico with skill. Kicks it up towards Buckenara. He flips it back. Now a chance for Whitman. Whitman's kick, ineffective. Morrissey's gather. Comes back onto the left foot, James Morrissey. Look at this mud heap. He kicks it to no one in particular. Now Melbourne will come clear. Kick off the ground by Steins. Another kick off the ground by Newport, went nowhere. Dive on the football by Deer, not rewarded. Oh, look at that ball, it's going nowhere. Gather now by Curran, kick up towards half forward. Sean White, he gets the ball out to stretch, and now some constructive football will come of it. Steins, back over the top, stretch falls over. Tuck goes after it. Can't gain his footing. Kick off the ground by Steins. A flip out. Here's a chance for Healy. He's pushed off the football by Platten. Out it comes now to Jenke. Jenke's kicked towards full forward, and there's a great mark. Play on, says the umpire. Listen to the Hawthorn supporters go berserk as Danny Hughes clears for Melbourne.
Well, what are you going to do? He took the mark. Howard, and socked away by Grinter. Langford, good hip and shoulder, puts him out of business. Healy again, off the ground. Now Spalding is caught with the ball, but the umpire says no, play on. Healy again. Collins, left back pocket. Steins can't take the mark. Hand pass comes out in the direction of Stretch. Well tackled by Michael Tuck. Tingay is caught by Collins and drops the ball. Play continues again. It's out of bounds, 45 metres out. And the Hawthorn fans echoing the thoughts of this decision here, which was an absolute shocker. O'Dwyer wins it well. Beveridge gets his kick. That's an excellent goal kick by Beveridge. Great stuff from the Demons. He turned and it just stopped.
They don't all have a shower and come out in clean gear after half-time. I give up.
We might go home, I think, Ian. No one making any headway out of that contest.
I can assure you, if I was out there, I'd be having a shower at half-time.
That's just caked on that mud, isn't it, Ross?
Oh, it's
unbelievable.
Some of the worst conditions we've had for a while. Deer and Steins. Beveridge applies a good tackle on Dippy Domenico, then it almost gets the ball himself. Grinter's kick off the ground is effective, out towards the edge of what's left of the square. Howard goes for the hand pass. It's taken away for the Demons. That was by Eishold. Down towards the right forward pocket, and it's out of bounds. About 30 metres around from the behind post. Melbourne in attack again. Leading last year's premiers in a replay of the 88 grand final. O'Dwyer, excellent ruck work from the big redhead. And that could have almost been a free kick for in the back. Yes, no doubt about it. Gary Ayres not getting the best of the umpiring decisions today. He reckons 2 goals were touched. They weren't. So the goal umpire said, and now Tingay's got the free kick.
This will test him.
Yeah, on a dry day, he would get the distance. And the wet day, almost a behind. So Melbourne go further ahead by that margin, 5-3 to 4-3, the Demons by a goal.
Tremendous tussle here between two pretty desperate sides. Kick in by Langford towards half-back. Ayres can't mark the ball. He goes after it again. Comes free. Peter Schwab in there for Hawthorn. Can't do much with it, so the umpire will come in and ball it up. It's just inside the 50-metre line for Melbourne, right in front of the Carlton Social Club. Over the top, Mew couldn't get the tap out. Looking for the free kick was Jenke, but surely players would have to feel pretty stiff if they were penalised on a day like this for holding it in. Darren Pritchard in the picture there. High over the top, Howard. Once again, just a little passage of non-productive football there. So we'll have another ball up. Peter Schwab with a clod of dirt on his left temple. O'Dwyer gets the tap out. Players really struggling hard. Langford can't get it out. Beveridge doing the job on Platten. Greg Healy trying to get clear. Can't do much with it. So again, we'll have another ball up right on the 50-metre line, and perhaps a kick and a half out from Melbourne's goal.
One by Langford. Socked away by Pritchard. He'll be able to do some further work on it if he gets there first. Tackle applied by Tingay.
Great play by Tingay there, I thought.
He's done very well, Ian. He's been very productive.
About 20 players around the ball. Deer does the ruck work. Shuffle back to Deer again. Hit Collins in the back. I think that was Schwab getting a kick at it. It comes to Steins, who takes the mark. Steins goes out wide towards left half forward. Bad checking there by Morrissey, I guess. Johnson takes the mark. So a number of Melbourne players have started in defence, now in attack. At least Johnson is momentarily. Gary Lyon, notably. That's a beautiful kick. And it's out of bounds on the full. Now it's 1 behind. So a point to the Demons. They lead by 7 points now, which is well, worth a bit in these conditions. Gary Ayres. It's time to the member stand side. Steins again. Throws it out. Picked up by Stretch. Ayres got a hand to it. Howard, short kick. Here's another chance for Spalding. Gives it to Beveridge for his second goal. Doesn't get a kick at it. Over to Healy for his third. And he's got his third. Great play, Demons.